Spring has arrived, it's a lovely Saturday, and Waihi 50 Plus Cycle Group is off for a ride along the Karangahake Rail Trail. We're starting off at Waihi Station, heading off alongside the rail track that's still in use, and then following the river down through some historic places. This is one of the new bridges built specially for the rail trail, and this is a little challenging hill, one of a few along the way, and as you can see it's quite difficult to get up, especially if you're towing a little one in a trailer. The ride alongside the river is really pleasant. At the moment it's still early-ish, not too many people about, but we get into this narrow bit and what happens? Yep, as soon as we get to the narrowest bit, somebody's coming the other way. When this was originally built as a railway in the early 1900s, there was a lot of work to be done cutting the track through rock like this. Nowadays it's just lovely to ride along. There's a couple of bridges close together here with little waterfalls on the side. Maybe I'll remember to stop and show you a picture of the waterfalls next time we're down this way. All sorts of people use this trail, and here's somebody running, rather them than me. And this particular stretch of the trail is quite rich in stuff remaining from the mining that was here in the early to mid-1900s. The bridge you can see on the right here is one we'll use later on when we go to our coffee stop, which is just over the river at this point. We say hello to these people out with the dogs as we come into the area called Victoria Battery. Lots of remnants of mining activity here, including these things which look like noble archways but are the remnants of the cyanide tanks. This little railway that we're alongside carries a tram service operated by the volunteers who operate the Victoria Battery Museum. This bridge also has railway tracks on it, left over from the railway line that we're now riding along. There are a few landslips along here caused by the recent very wet weather. And more people out with their dogs. Time to say another friendly hello. Coming towards us here is Robin, and behind Robin in red is Pam. Lovely to see her out today, first time she's been able to ride her cycle for 3 months. People from another group, don't know them, but here coming up is Karangahake Tunnel. That's our destination for today. This will be our turnaround point, but I want to take you and show you an interesting sign just inside the tunnel mouth. The sign tells us that the tunnel took 5 years to build, is over 1 kilometre long, and a 1 in 50 gradient. Okay, our talking is over, it's time to set off on our way back. Now that spring is here, the trail is getting a bit busy. Walkers this time, more cycles, but we can still enjoy the pretty ride alongside the river. Keith has decided to put a spurt on, so let's see if we can keep up with him. This is a nice long cutting, hewn out by hand from the solid rock. We're soon back at the bridge with railway tracks along it, and at the road where, if we were to turn right, we would go and have a look at the Waihi Falls, often photographed, a very popular spot to visit. And Victoria Battery is so called because there was machinery installed there to batter rock into powder from which they could extract the precious metals. Next it's time to climb up over this bridge that will take us to Waihi Station, where there's a delightful cafe. Lovely people run it, and we really enjoy going there. We have to go through an underpass under the road, and then back on the track up the other side. There's the station in front of us. A quick glimpse inside the cafe, eye up the lovely stuff in the cabinet, and then it's time to join the others for our well-earned tea and coffee. There are still a few k's left to cycle to get us back to Waihi, so we can enjoy the river once more, and isn't that the same fellow we saw running before? I think it is. So over these 2 bridges with the little waterfalls, and then off out into the country once more. There are several pretty stretches of water along here that you can only see from this trail, so it's well worth coming down here if you've not been before. It's nice to see all these people out enjoying the trail, and it's nice to see these signs that the council have painted so we know which way to go when we're on that little bit of road. And that gets us back to Waihi Station, the end of a very nice 28-kilometre ride, and it's time to say goodbye. See you next time.